सुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेरारंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे होय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे होय निज वांछित पूरन। Today is disappearance anniversary of one of the associates of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Thakur. His name is Nityalila Pravishtham Vishnupad Ashtotra Sutta Shri Srimad Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavat Goswami Maharaj. It is his disappearance today. Namayom Vishnupadaya Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavata Namine सर्वेश शक्ति रूपाय कृष्णाय सेवक रूपिणे श्री रूप राधा प्रेष्ठाय उन्नतोज्ज्वल रस सिंधव गुरु नाम निष्ठादात्रे हृदय देवतायै नमः. This is the prayers unto the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavat Goswami Maharaj. Srila Bhagavat Goswami Maharaj, he made his disappearance on this particular day when he was in the middle of so many devotees. Krishna Nam Sankirtana was going on. He was speaking about the pastimes of Sri Krishna in the eternal abode. While he was speaking about the pastimes of Supreme Lord, slowly the devotees who were close to him, they observed that all the body limbs of Maharaj were slowly cooling down, means in the sense that he was almost leaving the planet. So at around 9 o'clock in the morning on this particular tithi, he made his disappearance from this material world. The devotee's appearance and disappearance, it is purifying because it is an opportunity that all of us get to remember them. Both the tithis, appearance tithi as well as disappearance tithi, they are all purifying by remembering them, by speaking about them, by hearing about them, one will be purified. So they give this opportunity to sing their glories, listen to their glories. So Srila Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavat Goswami Maharaj, he was Sri Shankarlal Mukhopadhyaya. He was named Shankarlal Mukhopadhyaya by his parents Kusum Kamini Devi and Sri Ram Shankar Prabhu. So they were very pious Brahmanas. They were you know, very, what do you call, right from their very beginning, they were devoted to the Lord, and they also constructed a Shiva temple of Lord Shiva in their village. And after that, his wife conceived a child, and then after the child was born, they named him Shankar Lal. So he was very, very good at studies right from his childhood, and he was never engaged in any childhood, place. Like children, they often are very busy with playing with other children. But Sri Shankarlal Prabhu was not playing like ordinary children. He used to make dolls out of mud of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He used to prepare small murtis of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with the mud. You can sit on the chair. She can sit on the chair. She will use her chair. Okay. Yes, very far. So, he was not engaged. Today is the disappearance of Srila Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavat Goswami Maharaj, one of the principal associates of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He has written a book, Srila Prabhupada Upadeshamrita. Rupa Goswami's Upadeshamrita is there. He has written a book, Srila Prabhupada Upadeshamrita. It's available in English also. Srila Prabhupada Upadeshamrita is compiled from the various lectures, conversations, dialogues, question and answers by Srila Prabhupada. Some devotees used to ask questions, and Prabhupada also during the lectures he used to speak on certain subjects. So Srila Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavat Maharaj has presented them in the form of question and answer, the entire book. He framed certain questions for few topics, and then it's like question and answer. It's a very nice book. One should read that to understand the teachings of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Very, very inspiring book it is. So, today is his disappearance day. So, we are remembering his glories. He was Shankar Lal Mukhopadhyaya. His parents named him Shankar Lal. And even as a child, he was not engaged in playing with other children. But he would sit alone, prepare the murtis of the Lord with mud, and then he would sit in front of the murti and meditate. He would offer water to them. He would offer flowers, worship in this manner. So, he was, right from the childhood, one could see his inclination to perform devotion. So, slowly his father got him admitted to school. In the school also, he was very much, with all the teachers and the students, they were very much captivated by his behavior, by his respect to the seniors and the teachers, by his friendship to the fellow beings, his love and affection towards who are younger to him. By seeing all these qualities, everyone were surprised. How could he get such a qualities even as a small child? Because in the child you don't get to see all these things. He does not have all of these understandings. But right from the childhood he was so very special. When he was 11 years old only, he lost his father. 2 years later, when he was 13 years, his mother also left him. So he became an orphan, even at the age of 13. He was very good at studies, everyone used to love him, but the parents, both mother and father, both of them demised. So, after that, the other family members, they forced him and got him married, because it was the custom in India during those days that the marriage was performed at a very young age. The boys, they used to get married between 13 to 16, 17, like that. Girls, they get married by 8, 9. Before they even mature, they used to be given in marriage. So that was the custom during the olden days. So following the customs of those years, he was married at a very young age. But Maharaj was not attached to any of the family members, to the wife or anyone. He was constantly engaged in chanting Krishna's name. He would chant the Lord's names at all times, and then he also has done many miracles while chanting. Many persons who were not cured by the doctors, they got cured by hearing to the chanting of this Maharaj. Even the greatest of the diseases were not cured, but when he chanted, the people were in great trouble. But Shankarlal Prabhu, he brought them out of their trouble simply by chanting the holy name. One time the entire village got affected by cholera. Cholera is a disease. During those days, there was no medicine for cholera. And it is like a widespreading disease, like corona these days. We had corona. Corona was so, widespread. Like that, cholera was a fever, was a disease that would completely, wipe away a village. That kind of, fast spreading disease it was. People who got infected with cholera, they would be sent out of the village, because one person will affect everyone else. Like corona time also it happened, right? They were kept separately. They were, what is it called? They were put in quarantined. So it's like that, they were not quarantined, they were thrown out of the village totally. So when the village was getting affected completely with this disease, some persons came to Shankarlal Prabhu and then requested that we heard that you perform Sankirtan and by that you cure so many diseases. Why don't you please perform Sankirtan? So ordinarily people would not want to go to that place where corona is there. A corona infected area, who will want to go? Nobody would want to go. Similarly, cholera infected place. Still Shankarlal Prabhu went there and performed Sankirtan in all the streets of that village, and slowly the entire village got cured of the cholera disease. Like this, he used to perform very miraculous, activities through chanting of the holy name. But of course, one has to understand, chanting of the holy name is not for this purpose. One should not do this for this purpose. But it is his pure chanting and his jivedaya, his compassion on the souls is what is to be seen here. It is not that one should use this as a medicine to cure our material diseases. So Shankarlal Prabhu, even after he got married, he continued his education, and then slowly he passed his matriculation. Matriculation means 10th standard. He passed 10th standard, 10th class. 10th class, You have 10th class there? Yes. Before high school, before higher education, the 10th class he passed. So what is great about passing 10th class? I have done PhD. What is great about passing 10th class? During those days, 1900, he took birth in 1887, something like that. So in 1900 AD, he finished his matriculation, 10th class, not an ordinary study. That is more than PhD. Because those days education was very, very difficult, and very, very few would get educated. Not many would go to school and class. There was no exposure like we have these days. So he passed out and he was very intensely thinking about Guru. I want to make progress in the path of devotion. Therefore, he was in search of Guru. He was constantly crying, where can I get association of Guru? One day, in the middle of the night, he had a dream. In the dream, he saw a beautiful, effulgent person, tall, very, very handsome, wearing saffron cloths, having danda in his hand. He saw such a beautiful person, very, very effulgent. And he also saw another person standing right next to him, telling that he is your Guru. So by seeing this, he was in the dream. It was for him. It was not a dream. For him, it was like he is seeing directly in front. He is actually seeing him. He felt like that. And then he is crying. Oh, Gurudev, Gurudev is crying. When he was crying like this, his dream broke. He woke up and he saw nothing in front of him. That only intensified his, pain, and he cried further. Oh, where is that person who has come in my dream, and who is my Guru? He is crying like this. And meanwhile, the sun rose. Morning, one person knocked the door. So he opened the door and he saw that a person is standing with a portrait of the same person whom he saw in the dream. The person whom he saw in the dream, the same person's portrait was holding. One person came and knocked the door. By seeing that, he was astonished. What is this? I saw in a dream and the same person is in the form of portrait. He asked, who is this person? Where can I meet him? And he told, you can go and meet Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu. He is living little far from this place. You go to that village. Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu has sent this and sent me to you with this portrait. He asked me to give this portrait to you. Then he asked for the address, and then he took bath, he got ready, and then he went to Bhujanga Bhushan Mitra Prabhu's house, where he saw Prabhupada's pictures everywhere. And then he understood that the person whom he saw in the dream as well as in the portrait is Prabhupada. And that Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu is a disciple of Prabhupada. So he wanted to know more about Prabhupada. He wanted to learn his instructions. So he heard Harikatha from Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu only to increase his faith in Prabhupada. His faith in Prabhupada has increased further, and his desire to meet him intensified. So he asked, I want to go and meet Prabhupada. I want to meet him. Then Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu told, okay, very soon there is Gauramandal Parikrama, Navadvip Dham Parikrama. Mahaprabhu's appearance time is coming. It is the time when Prabhupada will be available in Mayapur, and also so many persons will come. So many pilgrims will also join. You also go there, I will take you along. He was waiting for that particular event. When will Gaur Purnima come? When will I go? He was eagerly waiting. The time has come, but Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu fell ill. He became sick. So Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu could not go to Navadvip Dham. So Shankarlal Prabhu, he was worried. Oh, how can I go? I was thinking that Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu will take me. How will I go now? Where will I stay? I don't know anyone. He was worried like this. But he thought, whatever may happen, I shall go. I don't know anyone. I will sleep somewhere. I will eat somewhere. But I want to take darshan of this great soul, Mahatma. I want to take his darshan. So with that intention, he left for Navadvip Dham. He came to Mayapur and he went to Yogapith. Yogapith Mandir was there at that time. After that, Srila Prabhupada established Chaitanya Math, but Yogapith was the initial Math. So he came to Yogapith because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is installed there. He came to Yogapith and he offered obeisances to Lakshmi Priya, Vishnu Priya, Mahaprabhu deities. He saw there are so many devotees, so many pilgrims have come, so many devotees have come. He thought, yet Bhujanga Bhushan Prabhu told like this, that so many devotees will be coming for Navadvip Dham Parikrama. So, very true, so many persons, so many devotees, so many tilak persons and Kanti was very inspired to see that particular sight. Meanwhile, one powerful personality whom he saw in the dream, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, is making way into the crowd. He is coming to sit on the dais to speak Harikatha. So Prabhupada sat on the dais and everyone else sat to hear Harikatha. Prabhupada was speaking Harikatha incessantly. He was speaking Harikatha. And he is quoting verse after verse he is quoting and speaking the various philosophies, tattvas, ontological truths of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, etc. He was highly attracted and he, was very firm in his heart that this person is going to be my guru. After Harikatha, Prasad time. So everyone is sitting in the line, but Shankarlal Prabhu, he does not know anyone, whether I will be given food or not, I don't know, I have no ticket. We go to Math, we have to have ticket. I have no ticket for Prasad, whether I will be given Prasad or not, I don't know anyone, where will I eat? I thought, okay, let me sit in the queue and see. There are so many pilgrims also, I will also sit among them. He sat and he got Prasad also. Very satisfied with the Prasad of Mahaprabhu, Lakshmi Priya, Vishnu Priya Devi. And in that crowd, there was discussion going on. Tomorrow is Harinam ceremony. And those who are, wanting to take Harinam, their name has been, the list of those names has been given to Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So they were discussing like this. Prabhupada, the list of those who want to take Harinam is with Prabhupada. So Shankarlal Prabhu was thinking, my name is not there. How will I get? Will I get or not? I don't know anyone. Without recommendation, nobody will get name, isn't it? To get Harinam, they should be known to someone. Otherwise, how will someone coming and telling, I want to take Harinam, whether he will follow or not, she will follow or not, nobody knows. So he was thinking that I want to take Harinam, but how will I get? He was very worried. All night he was crying. Prabhupada, please mercy, please shower your mercy, please shower your mercy. All night he was crying. The next day morning came and he saw that everyone is shaving their head, taking bath in Ganga, wearing new clothes and sitting for Harinam. He was thinking, what should I do? My name is not there in the list, whether I will get or not. No problem, let me shave my head also. He shaved his head. He also took bath in Ganga and he also came and joined. So many persons sit in the line for Harinam. And Shankarlal Prabhu also sat, but little far, because his name is not there in the list. He sat little far away. So meanwhile Prabhupada came to offer Harinam to everyone. So the first person is called, he came, his name was, he was given Harinam Mala. After his Harinam was over, Prabhupada's eyes fell on Shankarlal Prabhu, who is sitting little far. Shankarlal Prabhu, of course, is seeing Prabhupada. So both of them are seeing each other, as if no one else is there. They are only seeing each other. After some time, Prabhupada asked, You want to take Harinam? Then immediately Shankarlal Prabhu told, yes, I want to take Harinam. One person in the crowd, or in the list of the names who is there for Harinam, one of those persons stood up and he told, his name is not there in the list. He told that his name is not there in the list. Then Prabhupada told, no need. There is no need for his name to be in the list. His name is there already in the previous list. Means he is already my associate. He is already my person. His name is there already in my list. No need to be there in your list. And then he immediately called, even though his name was not there, he called, and he was the second person to be awarded the holy name on that particular day, even though there were so many other persons, list was there. And Shankarlal Prabhu was completely in bliss because he knew no one. He was totally worried, but Prabhupada, as a all-seer, all-knower, he could understand the heart of Shankarlal Prabhu. He could identify his own person, and then he gave him Harinam. After that, he went back to his house. He went back to the house, but he could not stay in his house for a long time. He served Prabhupada and all the other associates of Prabhupada. So he could not stay for long in the house because he got completely attached to Gaudiya Math, to the service of Guru and Vaishnavas. So he left his wife and children and he came to Math. He joined the Math full time. And then he served Prabhupada and the Math for several years, for some time, by seeing his dedication to Gurus and Vaishnavas and Lord's service. Prabhupada had given him Diksha, and he was given the name Shubha Vilas Das. Shubha Vilas Das was his name after he received Diksha. After that, Srila Prabhupada engaged him as a teacher in Bhakti Vinod Institute. Bhakti Vinod Institute is still there in Mayapur, you see. So because he was educated and he has the capacity to give instruction, therefore he was, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur engaged him as a teacher in Bhakti Vinod Institute. For some time he performed this service. Soon after that, Srila Prabhupada called him and then he engaged him as an editor for Dainik Nadiya Prakash, the daily harmonist newspaper. There was a daily newspaper that was printed during those days, Nadiya Prakash. That Nadiya Prakash, he was made as an editor. And Prabhupada used to support this particular cause, printing, distributing, all this. Prabhupada used to support monetarily. He used to give money for printing. So, when Shubha Vilas Prabhu became the editor of this particular newspaper, for 1 or 2 months he took money from Srila Prabhupada. And he used to write articles in such a manner that the readers would get attracted to it. He has a very nice way of presenting Krishna Katha. So, because there are so many speakers, there are so many authors, everyone is different. In the same, I am not talking about outside authors, I am talking about the Gaudiya authors. In the Gaudiya Math only you see, Jaiva Dharma. There are 4 translations, 5 translations in 5 different maths. Why? Because everyone presents it little differently. It's the same, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's writing, but the interpretation, the translation, the flavor of it is little different. So, the way in which Shubha Vilas Prabhu presented was so unique that many readers would get attracted. And they would come and give money to him. That Prabhu, please keep this money and continue this service. Don't stop printing this daily newspaper. So he used to get money from his readers only. So after 2-3 months, he stopped taking money from Prabhupada because he is receiving money for that cause. So Prabhupada one time asked Shubhavilas Prabhu that Shubhavilas Prabhu, is the printing going on nicely? He said, yes, Gurudev. You are not asking any money from me? You are not taking any money from me these days? Gurudev, by your mercy, everything is going on properly. Some devotees are automatically coming forward to sponsor this by your grace. Therefore, no need to worry. So Prabhupada was so much satisfied that, Shubhavilas Prabhu carried forward this service without even, any intervention of Prabhupada monetarily or for any other purpose. So Prabhupada was very satisfied. And that year, during the annual Navadvip Dham festival, he was awarded the title Bhakti Mayukh. This was the title awarded to him by Srila Prabhupada during the annual Navadvip Dham Parikrama function. Now, few days passed by and his family members, they approached Prabhupada that our husband, he left us and he has joined the mutt. Please send him back. Please send him back. Or please ask him to come to see us. Because he left the family means he left the family. He didn't go back again. So they requested Prabhupada. Then they wrote a letter to them that Shubhavilas Prabhu is in Mayapur. Go to Mayapur, take this letter along with you. In the letter, Prabhupada told Shubhavilas Prabhu, you should go and see your family members, go to that place, spend some time. Prabhupada told that you go to your house. Then those family members, they came to Mayapur with that letter that Prabhupada wrote. Because Prabhupada knew that Shubhavilas Prabhu will not get attracted to family. If we get such an opportunity, we get attracted. Very nice family love and affection, very nice food. Here we have to eat Bengali food. If we go to our house, we will get very nice, local food that our tongue is used to. We are getting love and affection. In the mutt, everyone is saying, do this service, do this service, do this service. If we go to house, sleep, take rest in the mutt. You are anyway serving, take rest. You just eat and take rest. Go and play. It's a very nice life. But Shubhavilas Prabhu was not like that. So, the family members came to Mayapur bringing this letter that Prabhupada has given order to you to go to the house. But Shubhavilas Prabhu denied. No, I don't want to go home. Although Prabhupada told you go to the house, he did not go. Means, in one sense, he disobeyed Prabhupada's order. In one sense. You understand disobeyed? He did not follow Prabhupada's order. Prabhupada told you go to house, but he did not go. The family members, they left. What to do? They requested him. They showed letters, recommendation letter by Prabhupada, but still nothing worked. They went away. After few days or months, Prabhupada came to Mayapur from Calcutta, and then he was surprised to see Shubhavilas Prabhu. Shubhavilas Prabhu, you did not go to your house? Your family members came to me, I wrote a letter to them that they can take you. Did they not come to you? Prabhupada, after several lifetimes, I have got an opportunity to serve you. I have got an opportunity to serve the Vaishnavas. In the company of the Vaishnavas, I have got an opportunity to stay after several lifetimes. Why would I want to miss this opportunity? If I go to house, I will be finished. My spiritual life will be finished. That's why I did not go. Prabhupada immediately embraced him and he started crying. Prabhupada, instantly tears came down the eyes of Prabhupada. What a devotee you are. Usually people want to get an opportunity to run out of the mutt. And I have asked you to go, but you have so much attachment to the service of Vishnu and Vaishnavas that you did not go. Means, even though Prabhupada has written externally, superficially that he can go, but internally he did not want anyone to go out of the mutt. He did not want anyone to go to the family again. Because after several lifetimes, after suffering so much, one has come to Krishna Bhakti. Why will Prabhupada say such a person to go back to the material world again? But by seeing their constant requests and trouble, he told. But within inside, he didn't want. That Shubha Vilas Prabhu could understand. Therefore, he followed the heart of Prabhupada. Maybe externally one may see that he has not followed what Prabhupada spoke from the mouth. But what he was speaking from the heart, Shubha Vilas Prabhu could understand. So, in this manner, he served Prabhupada very sincerely. And one time, Srila Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj, he wanted to hear Srimad Bhagavat. Prabhupada appointed Shubha Vilas Prabhu to speak Srimad Bhagavat for Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj. So he got such a nice opportunity to serve Sri Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, by reciting Srimad Bhagavat for him. And Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj was also very pleased, and he received the blessings of Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj also. After few years, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur made his disappearance from this material world. After Srila Prabhupada disappeared, there was some chaos, some turmoil in Chaitanya Math. Different persons, there were different opinions, and there were some little clashes. We should not understand them to be material. They all happened by the mercy of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. One devotee asked Srila Gurudev that in the material world, ordinarily we see there are so many fights, clashes, disturbances. But we are seeing in the mutt also. There are some clashes, there are some quarrels, there are some fights, there are some misunderstandings. These are happening in the mutt also. How do we understand that the mutt is different from the material world? You are saying that mutt is aprakrita, transcendental. But we are seeing fights here also, quarrels here also. How is it different? In the world it is there, here also it is there. You understand the question? You have seen this problem? Then Guru Maharaj replied, Mutt is transcendental. Mutt is owned by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is the owner of the mutt. Whatever happens in the mutt is by the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whatever happens outside is by the influence of Maya. Maya is making the fight and quarrel in the outside world. But whatever is happening is by the will of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Why Mahaprabhu wants that people should fight in the mutt? Is it Mahaprabhu's desire that people should fight in the mutt? No. Guru Maharaj says that Mahaprabhu is deliberately making this in the mutt so as to, remove dirt, the unwanted things. When such a thing happens, then few people will think, oh, mutt is not a nice place to live. There are so many quarrels, so many troubles. Mutt in charge is always giving me trouble. This is not good. This is not. It's better to go to house. There also there are quarrels. Here also there is quarrel. It's better I go to house. Means that person is not sincere. So, in order to discriminate between the sincere persons and non-sincere persons, Mahaprabhu deliberately makes this particular situation so that there is quarrel. Understand? You understand the reason? It is by the will of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Those who are not sincere, they cannot stay in the mutt. Some quarrel or some other complaint will be the cause. So, but those who are sincere, in the middle of all troubles, they will stay and they will perform bhajan. So here, after what I wanted to say, something else has happened because time is up. After Prabhupada disappeared, there were some little disturbances in the mutt. So he left the mutt to join his god brother. He did not leave Krishna Bhakti like we do. He wanted to be little away from the clashes. He stayed in his god brother Sri Bhakti Bhudeva Shrauti Goswami Maharaj, another disciple of Prabhupada. He stayed at his place, and then later in 1948 he got sannyas initiation by him. See, sannyas guru is most revered Sri Srimad Bhakti Bhudeva Shrauti Goswami Maharaj. In 1948 he received, and then in 1961 he has established his own mutt, Sri Bhagavat Ashram. And then he had established some branches of that in Raipur, in Chinpai, in Siudi and Purulia. At these various places he had established organizations, and then he preached Krishna Bhakti through, all through the Bengal principally. And then on this particular day, 1986, 24th of December, Krishna Dwadashi in the month of Pausha, means December, January. On the Krishna Dwadashi Tithi, he made his disappearance from this material world while he was speaking about the pastimes of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna in the eternal abode. So today is his disappearance anniversary. I pray at the lotus feet of most revered Sri Srimad Bhakti Mayukh Bhagavat Goswami Maharaj, that may he free me from all the offences that I might have committed unto his feet, knowingly or unknowingly, and make me eligible to serve the lotus feet of most revered Srila Gurudev birth after birth. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki jai. Paramaraditam Patita Pavana Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Pranam Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhava Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Shla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Paramahamsa Shla Gaur Kishore Das Baba Ji Maharaj ki jai. सच्चिदानंद श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जय श्री श्रीमद नित्यलीला प्रभु श्री श्रीमद भक्ति मयूख भागवत गोस्वामी महाराज शुभ तिरुभाव तिथि पूजा की जय. जय त्रिदंडी स्वामी श्री श्रीमद भक्ति विज्ञान भारती महाराज की जय. समागत हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर कृपानंदे